And the irony, TK, is oftentimes when you're in the trap, you don't even realize you're in the trap. You're telling them all about your successes and you're thinking in your mind, perhaps, I'm crushing this. I'm crushing this.
Yeah.
It's going great. And it's like, no, it's not. No, it's not.
Yeah.
You're actually in the middle of the trap. And
Yeah.
so taking the time to just ask them about their credentials. And so someone says, well, TK, how do you stay out of the credential trap? Ask yourself this question. Do you know as much about their credentials or what makes them tick? Or do you know more about your credentials and what makes you tick?
Absolutely. That's a great phrase. Do you know more about them than your own credentials? That's where it should be. You should know more about them than trying to say about what you've done.
And what also is important to note is that the confident individual asks questions about the other person, ask questions about those in the meeting. You actually then look like the smartest person in the room. Years ago, TK, I was in the financial services industry. Okay. And we were going in to do this huge buy sell agreement for this, very, very large company. And the company's ownership was young. They were in their late 20s. Okay. And we were sitting down chatting with them. And I brought somebody with me because I was new in the industry. And I'm like, this is way over my head. Right. So then, and he was going to be very strategic and do some complicated things. And he sat down and he started explaining everything to this ownership group. Okay. 4 out of the 5 owners just sat there and nodded their heads. And I sat back and I was like, I'm in the financial services industry. I have no idea what this guy's talking about. Right. And one individual goes, hey, I have a question. Could you tell me more about this? Could you tell me more about this? Tell me more about this. And immediately I thought, that's actually the smartest person in this room. Yeah. Because the other 4 owners wanted to talk about how much money they had, how much they wanted to protect, and they were talking kind of being boastful about all the success that they had. But there was one who was like, whoa, I didn't understand that word. Explain that to me. Explain that to me. Yeah. And I immediately thought, that's the absolute smartest person here. And so the confident individual, the person who feels good about themselves, is actually not the one worried about credentializing themselves and telling about all their successes and all they've done.